If you're going to PvP, you need to get the most broken equipment you can possibly find. In this video I'm going to show you how you can get the best blueprints and loot on Valguero. Hello Dodo crew and welcome back for another video on Ark Survival Ascended. Defeating Broodmother Lysrix is basically the single best option to farm overpowered blueprints and loot on Valguero. In general, the Broodmother's loot table consists of a lot of items such as armor, weapons and saddles and the corresponding blueprints in Mastercraft to Ascendant quality. Since her loot table consists only of a few items, the chance of dropping good blueprints or items that you need is incredibly high, and killing Lysrix is a must for everyone playing on a PvP cluster. On a side note, as if I'm editing this, I'm at about 7k subs. If you could sub to help me reaching my goal of 10k subs by the end of the year, I would greatly appreciate it. The lair is probably the most unusual cave on the entire map, as the entrance at 73.8 and 41.8 is already defended by an adult Broodmother. Similar to the world bosses on Ragnarok, Valguero has a wild boss that runs around in the open world and can be killed by you. All you have to do is fly into the redwood and you will find a large, terrifying hole in the middle of the redwood where you can see her directly. She has over 2 million HP, so she is practically at alpha level and deals a lot of damage. Even though she moves very slowly and has no special abilities, you still need to be careful, as she still can take out players with one hit. The good thing is that you can simply look for a good spot and shoot at her from above with your pump gun without her being able to attack you. The Broodmother takes increased damage from firearms such as shotguns, so it's best to find a good pump gun and enough bullets to spray her down. There's actually no time limit and you should be able to complete it solo, but with a few friends or a good shotgun it is just quicker and makes more fun. The second way you can kill her quite fast is to get a few megatheriums and attack the spiders with them. Megatheriums deal extra damage against insects and just after a few hits they do an incredible amount of damage to the boss. The advantage of the megatheriums is that you can farm chitin at the same time as you're killing the Broodmother. To farm chitin, simply place a stego or another tank nearby. Put some cake in the inventory so that the creature will focus it and then go after the little spiders with your megatherium. As long as the stego is alive and the Broodmother is attacking it, it keeps spawning small spiders that you can kill with your megatherium and thus farm an endless amount of chitin. Since the fight is not in an arena, you can also bring all other creatures like gigas into the cave and fight with them. There is no limit in this cave, so you can also try to shred it with rexes or carches. If you kill it, it always gives you 2 blueprints or good loot that you can use directly. I don't know if it's a bug, but I've had a few times on our server where 2 Broodmothers spawned at the same time. One was right at the entrance and the second one was a little further into the cave, which meant that I got the loot twice, straight away, which is also very good. If you want to go further, you can go into the cave with your megatherium and a gas mask and farm the loot crates there, but to be honest, I don't think it's worth it. And because I've read it several times and seen that other creators have said it wrong, it does not give the engrams. This is very important. If you think you're saving yourself the Broodmother on the island or the center now, you will be disappointed, because you will end up without engrams. Are you tired of playing alone on a dead server? Sick of lag, wipes and admins who never show up? Then it's time to join TBS, one of the biggest no-wipe servers, on which I'm actually playing and I'm making a video on. On top of that, on their PvP and PvE servers, they have all maps available, cross-platform, custom caves that are truly outstanding, auto-lootable raid bases and even full 48-hour offline raid protection during the week. Not only that, but on weekends it switches to a 3 times orb, which offers the possibility for offline raids, more action and so much more. A maximum of 4 players per tribe is allowed and there are cash prizes for the best tribes. Your starter kits and a bunch of other things are designed to help new players get started on these servers. And if you don't feel like defending your base at 3 AM in the morning, there are a bunch of other things that make it possible for players with jobs or normal lives to play. On top of that, if PvP isn't your thing, why not join one of their PvE servers? Stop wasting time on empty servers. Come and play with a real community on TBS. Links are in the description. I'll see you on the cluster. The loot in this cave is absolutely insane. We are currently in front of the best cave to farm insane loot and blueprints that you should do as soon as possible. I can promise you that as good as the loot is in this cave, it will for sure get patched in one of the next updates. I will show the coordinates of the entrance in a few moments, but slightly to the right of the entrance you'll see this large castle. So to the left below, in the cliff, you will find the entrance to this cave. To the left of it you can see the cliffs under which Deinosuchus nests can spawn. The special thing about this cave is that all beacons in this cave are red cave beacons and therefore provide a large amount of powerful items. If you go down now, you will see the entrance to this cave. It is full of purple crystals that you should be able to see glowing from afar. The entrance is about 78.3 and 90.4 at the bottom right of the map. The coolest thing about this cave is that you can simply fly into the cave with a pteranodon without being thrown off your flyer. Stay a little longer and you won't believe how much awesome overpowered loot we can find in this cave. Once we're in the cave, let's just make our way down. Keep to the left at the crossroads. Once you're in a large room with a lake in the center, take the first crossing to the right and then head in that direction. Simply hug the wall on the right and follow it until you see the first beacon. You should be able to fly in here even on official settings and see the first beacon right away. All beacons in this cave are red cave beacons, which means that they have the most and best loot on the entire map. After you have looted the beacons, fly over to the left side and hug the wall on the left side. And follow it until you see small aberration plants on the left side, in which the next red cave beacon should be now. From here, continue along the wall on the left until you reach the large lake in the center again. Then keep to the left side of the large room until you see some blue crystals on the ceiling. Under these crystals is an entrance to another room in which there is a small ruin. You can park your pteranodon on top of the small ruin for a moment, as we have to do the next part on foot. At the next drop location, you can not only loot another red beacon, but also tame otters and light pets such as bulldogs. When you have run back, go back to your pteranodon and continue flying along the left side until you're back in the large room. Now you need a scuba kit because the next drop is underwater. Now dive through the narrow passage to get to the next room. Dive up and climb onto the small island in the center. Next to the small ruin, you should be able to see and loot the next beacon. In this ruin you can also loot the artifact of the Skylord and take it with you if you wish. If you want to know how to get all the artifacts on Valguero, just watch my video where I go through all the locations with you in detail and show you how to easily get to the artifacts. So, these are all the cave beacons in this cave, and here are all the coordinates at once and where you can find the beacons. Before we're getting into the next way of getting overpowered loot, check out the linked video if you want to know how to solo OSDs and farm an insane amount of blueprints and gear. The last method for getting overpowered loot is the Dragon Hoard keys, which you can get from Drakelings. Yes, Drakelings also spawn on Valguero. The loot table is incredible and offers everything from ammunition for all weapons to blueprints for tech weapons and armor. Basically everything you need for PvP. Dragon Hoard keys are obtained when a Drakeling transfers its stored experience points into another creature. The more experience is transferred at once, the better the key you get in return. A Drakeling can store up to a maximum of 30k experience points and can transfer them to another creature in one go. Especially in breeding sessions, you can fill up your Drakeling with experience very easily and fast by simply killing the creatures you don't need and use the experience for the Drakeling. After that, the Dragon Hoard keys work just like treasure keys. This means you grab your key and the Drakeling and activate the key. You will then see on the minimap that a new treasure has been found. If you now come close to the treasure with your Drakeling, it will appear near you and you can loot it like a treasure chest. The Dragon Hoards often contain ammunition, weapons and armor. You can find everything from shotguns, sniper rifles and even tech or flak armor in Dragon Hoard keys. I hope you liked this video and I'm thrilled to read if this video has helped you. Hit the like button, leave a comment below for the algorithm and consider subbing to the channel. Alright, Frodo.